Hello everyone, it's me, Hydro King, and today we will be doing a Halloween what if for Halloween month. And today is a Sly Cooper what if. What if Clockwerk had one shot? And stop right there. Because for this sort of remake, for the first what if of Halloween month, we're going to be looking at an alternate ending for this. What if Clockwerk had won? The alternate ending. Now in this remake, we're going to be going over what happened if, well, Clockwerk would lose in the end. Well, stick around to find out. So, where we last left off, we begin with Sly Cooper battling with Clockwerk. Of course, the battle's going alright, but, of course, Carmelita's there, and Clockwerk would begin to set out his robotic owls to deal with Carmelita, so that he could finally finish off Sly Cooper. Of course, this is where Sly Cooper would meet his fate and demise, as he would lose in the battle against Clockwerk. With Clockwerk's army being able to distract Carmelita long enough, Sly Cooper and the gang would fail, and so would Carmelita, as they would witness the fall of their friend Sly. Bringing an end to the Sly Cooper clan. Now in this alternate take, it's not so hopeless, as, yes, even though Clockwerk had won, Carmelita, Bentley, Murray would have to join forces, putting aside their differences from the past, in order to get revenge for Sly and take down Clockwerk, no matter the cost. And so, they would all retreat, for now at least. And they would have to gather enough forces, a resistance if you will, to take down Clockwerk. How will they do this? Stick around to find out. Alright, now, in this remake, it's going to be a lot shorter. Mainly because, well, if you've seen my previous version of What If Clockwerk Had Won, you would pretty much know how this goes. Of course, you will see the differences in just a sec. Now, back to the what if. So, Clockwerk would begin his reign of terror, taking over all the countries in the world, to dictate that he is the greatest, and that no one could match up to his legacy, for he is immortal. He has plenty of time to come up with plans and dominate the earth for a long time. Of course, he decides to get rid of the Fiendish Five, or should I say the Fiendish Four, as he would kill them off one by one, seeing as he has no need for them. Why would he keep them around? But with that being said, he still knows that there will be other gangs to rise and foolishly try to take his place. But Clockwerk has a plan, and it involves upgrades. And soon, he would begin working in his labs, as he would try and create a new body for himself. But he's just missing that special something to make this new body work. That is until he notices the Claw Gang, and how they originally tried to take over using Clockwerk's body parts, but in this what if, it's obvious, well, he never died, so the Claw Gang wouldn't have really formed, but they would form in a different way, to destroy Clockwerk to get the Clockwerk parts. How ironic. But Clockwerk would begin to notice them and deal with the problem. Of course, it wasn't that hard for Clockwerk to get rid of them. But then he took note of one particular member of the gang, and that is Arpeggio, and how he had plans to make a Clockwerk body for himself. And this right here is what gave Clockwerk the spark to build his new body. As he looked over Arpeggio's flawed schematics, he noticed that he could work with something like this, notably the hate chip, and also finding new ways to gather hatred, not just from oneself, but from others. So he would use this to fuel his new upgraded body. So, after he finds all the members of the Claw gang, he would destroy them. But take note of one thing. Dimitri doesn't die here. Mostly, well, because in this alternate timeline, Clockwerk, he wouldn't see Dimitri as a threat and just let him be. Like what he did with Sly in the past. He thought Dimitri wasn't worth his time killing, so just let him live. Unlike the rest of his gang, the Claw gang. With this, Clockwerk, with his new schematics, began to create his new body that he would dub Ultimate Clockwerk. When he had finally transformed into Ultimate Clockwerk, Clockwerk would then do what he does best. Get rid of other members. Or should I say, get rid of other gangs that are all across the world trying to be on top. Or just some random villains who think that they could beat Clockwerk. So, that's what he does. And so, all the villains from Sly Cooper 3 would fall. But in this alternate timeline, bear with me now. Except for Penelope. Penelope would be the only one who'd survive in this scenario. And she would find her way to join up with Carmelita, Bentley, and Murray. And at this point, Penelope would have no choice but to team up with them. And Dimitri and Penelope will be crucial, as they could provide some help and hopefully come up with ways to defeat Clockwerk. Of course, Clockwerk doesn't just stop there. While he did defeat the Mask of Dark Earth, he wasn't done with him. He was going to use the Mask of Dark Earth to essentially use all of its voodoo magic, black magic. And with this, he would not stop there, as he would search out the Dream Stone, which is from the Guru. He would then kill Guru. Or did he? We'll see. But anyways, with this in mind, Clockwerk had finally come up with a new idea to create the ultimate body. To not only be the most technologically advanced, but to master the dark arts. And maybe mess with. During this time, Carmelita, Bentley, Murray, Penelope, the Guru, and Dimitri would all meet up and team up together to finally bring a stop to Clockwerk before he creates a new body. And of course, for the sake of this alternate timeline, Ultimate Clockwerk would defeat the Paradox gang, get the time machine, and all that good stuff. Now let's get to the real interesting parts. The final battle with Ultimate Clockwerk and for the sake of both what ifs, the Sly Cooper gang of justice, as Carmelita and Murray would come up with that. But anyways, in this timeline, with all the members of the Sly Cooper and Justice gang, with the Sly Cooper of Justice gang teaming up together to face off against Clockwerk, it seems like they were about to lose. But thanks to Penelope and Bentley's clever plans and improvisation, they would finally be able to defeat Clockwerk by hacking into his systems. They would paralyze Ultimate Clockwerk for just a few seconds, but those few seconds, Carmelita would take the shot and finally put a stop to Clockwerk and his new body, completely and utterly destroying him. Told you it was going to be fast. And although the Sly Cooper of Justice gang won in the end, they'd still mourn the loss of Sly and all that could have been. And while Bentley had thought of using a time machine to bring back Sly, he knew that wasn't right, and that they got revenge for their friend anyway. So this would bring apart to the end of this legacy, the end of this timeline. A dark, but possibly a hopeful one. Who knows where the Sly Cooper of Justice gang will lead. And that is going to be it for this remake of What If Clockwerk Had Won Alternate. I hope you guys enjoyed this What If. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And with that being said, happy Halloween. And this is Hydro King, signing out.